check on myself. I gotta check on myself. I gotta check on myself. Look at my pants, look at my tats. I gotta check on myself. Yeah, I'm verified, fly like, oh my god. I gotta check on myself.
Alright, yeah, what's up, man? Good afternoon. Big shout out to Breativity, first of all, for having us, man. Having us. I appreciate the love. My name is Dirtywhite. This is my boy Breeze Davis.
Breeze Davis.
We come all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina to be here with y'all today. Had to roll down here and spread the love a little bit, push the brand, push the music, you know what I mean? Been meeting a lot of talented people, a lot of interesting people, you know what I mean? There's a great culture here in Atlanta that actually allows you, like, you know what I'm saying, be able to expand and like go beyond, you know what I mean? Like, you don't hear people like from around where I'm from other than J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just make it out their city, like, but you can be from Atlanta and make it, you know what I mean? And that's something that I think is really dope. But
yeah.
Hit that ball and cheat. You say what now? Alright, so it was a dude I was working with, because I used to work in a print shop, print t-shirts, and it was a dude in the shop that was like this old head, and it was a song by Foreigner called Dirty White Boy. And he came in the shop one day, and he pointed right at me. He's like, yo, I got a song for you. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so he plays it on the loudspeaker. He's like, this is you, man. You know what I'm saying? And the whole song, oh, I'm a dirty white boy. And I hated it. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I'm not going to sit here in front. Like, for a good solid year and a half, I fought that name. You know what I'm saying? Like, tooth and nail. Like, I couldn't. Don't call me Dirty White, man. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, you funny, bro. But don't call me that. But after a while, I was just like, I got, like, nicknames are given. They earn. They not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think of my own nickname. Yeah, like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it made perfect sense. Like, you know, I was already scheming on the dreads at the time and just, you know what I'm saying, covered with a bunch of shitty tattoos, and everybody was just like,
Still a bunch of
this
shitty
guy,
tattoos.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Port City, man, Wilmington.
We from North Carolina, man. I go to school in North Carolina, so I'm originally from Florida, Jacksonville, Florida and shit, and moved to Carolina to go to film school. We used to have a lot of film where we from. And so they got a lot of opportunities out there for film. So I moved out there to kind of get with camera work, and then linked up with some other artists out there and started pursuing music out that way too. So yeah, I actually got like 2 credit hours, and then I'm done. So
His shit fire, man. That was actually how I found him. Ended up being because I was in the basement at my boy's house, like trying to get my sound right. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as like what vibes I was going for, what I was capable of, and when I finally decided it was ready to start pushing real hard, like, he was one of the first cats in Wilmington that I linked up with, because I, you know, kind of searched, like, videographer, like the local hip-hop scene, you know what I'm saying, to see what was really popping. And he's one of the first names to come up. It turns out we just vibe really well, so we're not a group or nothing. We just make hella music together, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't, like...
it's, I mean, we're a small city. We're a college town, man. So it has a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It has potential to be big and be dope because we got all those college kids there, man. And there's so much, like, versatility. But it's an indie rock city, man. It's a hipster city, you know what I'm saying? It's real hipster. So, like I guess, you know, like the indie rock scene kind of running, man. And there's a small hip-hop scene. It's super supportive. Like, everybody support each other. There's just not enough venues that can hold the type of stuff that we need to really make any bread or do anything out there that's lucrative. You know what I mean? So
it's a bunch of craft IPAs and 2-man bands singing folk songs. And like, you can get a gig if you got an acoustic guitar and a bongo. You know,
there's a lot of beards and fedora hats in our city and stuff. That's pretty much it. Man.
People with their people with their jeans rolled up, you know what I mean? Play me some reggae or something.
But it's cool, man. It's real. It's different. You got some of everything now, man. And I'm telling you, that college, man. I mean, North Carolina's a college state anyways, man. That's what we're known for. So, you know, that brings a lot of people there, man. So.
Well, I mean, as far as like, we got, you know, Petey Pablo, of course,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, as far as like, local area, like the Ville is like a good suit, you know, solid.
We got De Niro, we got De Niro for
yeah.
we got Cult Rap in Charlotte, that's kind of bubbling.
I mean,
and
DaBaby
doing
his little thing too right now, you know what I'm saying? When he caught that body, that shit. It's a dub for DaBaby. He about to blow up now, you know what I'm saying? But that's Charlotte. Yeah, that's Charlotte. DaBaby, yeah.
So, well, at the beginning of the summer, I say, what was it? Probably like June or July. I dropped. I did a joint with Scotty ATL from down here called.
Shout out Scotty, by the way.
Then we shot the video up there. He came up to Carolina, where we from. We shot the video up there, and then we dropped it. I think I want to say the end of the summer. So you can find that on World Star. You can find that on YouTube.
Michael Jackson. No, not who is it? Michael Jordan's Mama's.
Yeah. We rented out Michael Jordan.
The spot that we got to shoot that video at, bro.
It was dope.
Oh my God.
But you can find that anywhere, man. YouTube, World Star, all types of places, Ball and Chill. Breeze Davis, Scotty ATL. So And that's the mission for this year, man. As many visuals as we can and to travel, man. To travel and hit different cities, network, you know what I'm saying, make some business relationships that, you know what I'm saying, can advance us in the future. So
I can't stay away from the music, though, man. I spend so much time in the lab. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's really healthy to come out here and blend with other people and, like, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to opportunities that have, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't just exist in the lab. Like, as much as I want to, you know what I mean, to have somebody pay me and just be creative in the lab all
he's
day.
a studio rap.
You know what I mean? Like,
side.
I love, you know what I mean? Like, I swear to God, like, I make my own beats. You know what I mean? Like, I sing my own hooks. Like, I do Drake better than Drake do Drake. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'm not even sitting here, like, I'm not even capping right now, but it's just, like, I do all the different parts of it. You know what I mean? Like, I've got him on beats that I made myself. He's got me on beats that he has either got, you know, his like, DJ Kells. Shout out DJ Kells. He makes some beats for us and stuff like that. But I'm working on right now a full-length studio project, 12-ish tracks probably. That's all gonna be pretty much R&B, man, because I was into the trap shit real hard. Honestly, I be on my PNB rock shit sometimes. But it's just like I'm actually bringing something to the table that's like all original. It's all, you know what I'm saying, it's all self-produced. It's all self-written. Like, I'm probably throw a cover in there or two, you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of, you know, playability or whatever. But you guys be looking out for that, man. I'm gonna call me when you get this is what I'm titling that project. I've already got the first single is called Reasons. I got a rough unmixed, unmastered version on my SoundCloud to tease everybody with, but which is a good way to transition, by the way. Just for the record, please go look up our music, man. Go listen to the studio versions of our shit. Like, we go hard. We say a lot of different shit. Like, we're not bullshit rappers, you know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to anybody that, you know what I'm saying, whoever makes music in the way that they want to make it, that's cool. But we be saying shit, like, when we rap.
We
like,
both have
actually,
a wide
you know what I'm saying?
range,
Like,
man.
yeah,
So
like,
we both don't stick to, like, one formula or one style. Both of us can do a whole lot of different stuff. And I think that's what puts us where we are, at least in our city, man, is we're able to touch a lot of different demographics because we can do different stuff, man. I could go to
a showdown town and, you know, do a 10-minute set of nothing but hard bar trap shit. Turn right around 2 days later, go to a wedding, you know what I'm saying, and be covering John Mayer. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, this shit crazy.
It's business, man. That's
what I'm saying. Well, go look us up, man.
that.
Dirtywhite. I'm on Spotify, SoundCloud, you know what I'm saying, YouTube. I'm on all the. You could even Shazam my music. Like, if you hear my music playing, all platforms, iTunes, everything. Dirtywhite, man. You can. Title as a matter of fact. Yeah, Breeze Davis is the same way. You can type that in. We got
Breeze Davis on everything, all the social medias, all the streaming sites, and it'll pull up everything, man.
Dirty F White. Try to make sure that all the links are scattered around. You know what I mean? So any given platform that you land on, you're gonna be able to find links to other places. Nah, we've been here
a few times now.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty dope. I think the weather better. I think
we try to stay busy when we're here, man. Like, we try to have reasons to be here when we're here, so there's no downtime. If we come down here, we want to be doing stuff constantly and stay productive. So
always moving. Man, you go. You might as well hit that one.
I'm the old one, man. I've been around for a while. He the young one, man. I ain't even gonna say my age, but I'm up there. So I've been doing it for a lot of years, man. I've been, you know what I'm saying, I was in high school. I was doing it then, man. I've got 20 plus years invested in doing music, man. It's just always stuck with me. So at this point, man, like, I'm still pushing my music and doing my thing, but I've also stepped back and look at other outlets like camera work and production and engineering, pushing my homeboys and helping them. So, like, it's, you know,
it's just a major cog in the wheel. You know what I mean? Like, when you don't have to outsource all your shit, when you have, you know what I mean, a majority of your, like, I got to shout out people, even though I don't really fuck with his music, like Russ is a good example of that. Like, you know what I'm saying, completely self-produced. You know what I mean? Like, there's a number of artists in the game who will cover all their bases, and you know what I'm saying, the amount of, like, once you do get on and your money start coming in, the amount of money that you're going to retain, you know what I mean, because of your masters and because of, you know, the amount of effort that you put into creating your own brand and creating your own product. But I don't know. It was a weird transition because, like, he started in hip hop and has stayed true to hip hop the whole time.
I'm from boom boom and punchlines.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like, I had to backtrack to find this music. You know what I mean? Like, when I started listening to hip hop, like, Lil Wayne was in full effect. You know what I mean? So I had to backtrack and listen to all the, you know what I mean? Go back and find Goody Mob. Go back and find Big L. Go back and find, you know what I mean? All this and do that. But because I started singing in church. I mean, that was my side of it. I mean, believe it or not, like, I was a little church kid. You know what I'm saying? I had the little suit and tie on at 6 years old. You know what I mean? Like, playing piano in church. And when I finally got old enough and I started to, you know what I'm saying, see the world in a little different way than I started to see it before. And it started to occur to me that, you know what I'm saying, I always loved poetry and I love music, but I never realized that those two things could intersect as amazingly as they do with hip hop. You know what I mean? Like when I discovered hip hop, I was like, oh my God. I was like, so you telling me that I can do this and you know what I'm saying, and do it at the same time, and so I can literally be a poet and create. You know what I mean? I don't have to sing no hymn. I'm write some bars or something. And so it's been a gradual progression because, you know what I'm saying, having that soul in me, having that gospel background adds a whole nother dimension to the sound that I'm able to come up with. This is one thing that he fucks with. Is like when he first started fucking with me was the fact that I started putting like soulful vocals on trap music, you know what I mean? And we all started losing our minds, and like we started developing this sound where we're from, you know what I mean?
That's
a lot
that's
more.
Another thing too. We both writers, man. So we write when we're in the studio. We start with a writing process before we even touch the booth, before we even do any of that. Like I put a lot of emphasis on writing. I feel like nowadays a lot of artists just kind of jump in the booth and then they solely rely on the engineer. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, we sit down and we build the concept, the structure, you know what I'm saying? We write the song, we put work into the bars. Like the song is done before we even step in the booth, man. All the engineer got to do is press record and hit a little EQ and compression and we're good. So like, you know what I mean? Like we start from scratch and put a lot of emphasis on writing, man. So like content is important to us too, man. I ain't mean to cut you off, but just, you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that. You was going the same way. I mean, Breeze has got, I mean, you know what I'm saying, projects on projects.
Yeah, I mean, mixtape after mixtape after mixtape.
Coffee and Cigarettes is a phenomenal project.
Coffee and Cigarettes is my last EP, solo EP that I dropped last year, man.
The most soulful shit, like a bunch of jazz piano samples and type of shit, like the type of shit that make you want to ride around the city at 2 a.m. and smoke weed in the car.
I grew up on Cast and Good and Mob, man. So like soulful, funk, like, you know what I mean? But it has to have a soul element to it and it's got to have content. If it's soulless, I can't listen to it. Yeah, Crit's one of my favorite rappers. If that puts, you know what I'm saying, like
heavy bass,
that's my element,
snappy snares, and really soulful samples and shit. Yeah,
I gotta feel it. Balance of content and soul is important to me, man. So
yeah. Well, when you blend that with trap, that's where the beauty starts happening. Because I can't get over trap drums. Like I just love trap drums so much, and so I started mixing. So then I've dropped a total of 4 different projects. 2 of them early on that probably aren't even online anymore. They don't really matter. But my 2 most recent ones, I got one called Last Resort. It was an 8-song project. It's really trappy and really soulful. Like there's even one song on there where I sing 9-part harmony, you know what I'm saying, on a trap song. Like you never gonna hear that shit other than, you know what I'm saying, T-Pain and oh man.
There you go.
God damn. Look, first of all, I want to say I'm blessed to have the opportunity to work with somebody that I've been a fan of for a while. He's still kind of, I say relatively underground, but his name is STS. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Sugar Tum Slim. He's from right here in Atlanta. I'm actually supposed to be hitting the studio with him a little later today to put some shit down. So that's definitely that's one of those dream come true type shits. As far as like industry artists, man, I'm trying to get a good solid verse out of Cole, obviously. I'm trying to get a good solid verse out of, I don't know, Royce da 5'9", you know what I mean? Like, let me get a little Jay Critch. Like, let me get, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I could throw that whole list together. I know you just, UGK? No, stop.
Yeah, give me the bumpy. I want a Sci-Hi feature. Sci-Hi, what's up,
yeah,
man?
And Sci-Hi, yeah.
I want a Sci-Hi in the crib feature, man. But that's future. That's in the future, man. There's so many artists that I would like to work with and gain. Star Lido. I want a Star Lido feature, man. That would be dope. I want, like, when it comes to features, man, and this is
probably
weird.
sound good with Don Tripp.
Yeah, Trip and Lido, man. But like, I want to work with artists that like I fuck with. Like, Cloud is cool and all that, and I get it. But like, I'm not going to get a feature I'm not paying for a feature from an artist if I don't even fuck with your music,
right?
Just for clout, like that. Yeah, I can't do that. So I want to fuck with artists in the circle of music that I feel like I make that I relate to. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I try to keep it when I'm looking for features or working in that lane. So. I don't really understand the whole clout thing. I mean, I get it. I get it and I understand why it's important. But when you're chasing clout and money and everything else goes out the window and it's solely about clout, then it's a popularity contest, man. I don't care nothing about that shit,
clout
man.
Really is as dangerous
I'm
as
about
drugs,
business,
though. That's
man.
crazy
I want money.
Because think about what fiends would do for drugs. You know what I'm saying? Think about what fiends would do for drugs. Bruh.
Yeah, man, they be fiending for it, man.
These people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying you're not using your platform for good. It's whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go that far, but I know right now it's some people that's itching and scratching. You take their phone away from them 12,000 followers that they gotta see a selfie today. You understand? Like, you not about it. You know what I mean? It's really motherfuckers out here like that. Like, I'm not against social media by any means, but the ironic part about what you said is, yeah, it really is like drugs. Like, people would do anything for that shit.
It's a catch-22. If I didn't rap and I wasn't involved in music, I probably wouldn't have social media. I'd just be in rap. I wouldn't give a shit about it.
It's a tool. You know what I mean? If you don't
we got to utilize it. So
I ain't gonna act like I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? But like, whew. Stay sane. I mean, in my opinion, that's really the crazy part. Is like I said, I've only been pushing music to the public and pushing music in general for probably not, going on maybe 4 years now. Because I didn't take the idea of having a career in music seriously. And I know that sounds sad, but it's just like, to that point in time, it was like my daily medicine. You know what I mean? It was my Ativan. It was my, you know what I'm saying? It was my Adderall. It was my Valium. It was my whatever that people take, you know what I mean? To be able to function during the day and not rip people's heads off. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, definitely. And I could put my pen, I could put my pen to the pad. I could go in the booth and sing some shit and I'd be straight for the rest of the day. It didn't matter if I only showed it to me and 3 homies. You know what I mean? Like, that was the, you know what I'm saying? That's all that mattered. But then people started digging the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm going to not. A little encouragement helps. You know what I mean?
We got a big support system in our city, man. There's a lot of people that are behind us and that push behind us. And I think me and him have very similar work ethics. Like, there's not we just mesh very well on how we do business. So we motivate each other in a sense too, where it's almost a healthy competition. If he's working harder than I am for a week, I'm gonna be pissed, and I gotta step my game up. And we're gonna talk shit to each other and keep each other in place like that, man. But I feel like with that competitive energy, man, it's just consistent. It's never gonna change because we're always trying to outdo or outshine, and what happens in the end is we're just both working super hard and trying to outwork everybody else, man. So like that works for us, and that's kind of what we do.
I'm trying to grind until my crib got a helipad on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, go ahead that, Mr. D. I was gonna be shallow. I was just gonna say a whole bunch of money shit.
Well, but the thing is like that. I mean, that's part of it. You know what I mean? But like, to me, I guess success is more about like being able to spend the majority of your time doing shit that you love. That's the most successful that you can be, in my opinion. So at that point in time, yeah, the money do tie in. I ain't gonna front like I'd be mad if somebody walked up to me with a Billy signing check right now. You know what I mean? But that's not the reason I do the shit, because like I just said, I was doing it in the basement for myself long before anybody, you know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, if I can pay my bills, if I walk on and I flip my switch, I turn my coffee maker on, all that shit worked, and all I had to do was be in the studio, that's complete success right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta live in, you know what I'm saying, Hollywood Hills. Like, put me in a duplex on damn, you know what I'm saying? Put me in a duplex in Costa Rica.
We're all looking for financial freedom at the end of the day, man. Everybody don't want to live check to check. Money is important, man. But at the end of the day, you want to be content, too. Have all the money in the world. If you work in a job you don't like, you ain't never going to be happy with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But we all want money at the end of the day, man. So we're all chasing that check, man. But it's like you got to find your own level of contentness, man. So with what I got now, I'm happy every day I'm working. You know what I mean? I'm content. So in a sense, I'm successful, man. And when the next thing happens, I'm just happy the next thing happens. So it doesn't matter. I feel like successful is wherever you're content at. You know what I mean?
Well, the irony, and I love that word. I keep saying irony. I say irony every like 5 minutes. But the irony about that is the fact that you can't let success dampen your hunger. That's the biggest thing for me, is that when you say, how do you define success? Part of me doesn't even want to define success because, I mean, all atheism and Christianity aside, what is the end of the ride? You know what I mean? If you haven't had damn fun on the journey.
That's true.
You know what I mean? At that point in time. So if you're going to define success by something that you arrive at after X amount of effort, that's cool. But the point is, once you've arrived, you know what I mean? At what point do your incentive begins to dim? You know what I mean? Like, you're at the point in your life where, well, I'm successful. What else do I have to? Nah, fuck that. I'm always looking for the next album.
There's always the next move, man. I mean, we came so far in a year, man, and it's like, what we've done in a year, last year, we would have never thought we'd have done all this shit. And now we're looking at it like, damn, we got so much more shit to do. So,
it just makes you hungrier the more you put.
There's always the next play, man. Always. Boom.
I'm Dirty F White. The F is for phenomenal. But you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook and SoundCloud. All 4 of those platforms are the same, Dirty F White. Once you hit Spotify, iTunes, it just changes. It's just Dirty White, all one word.
I'm Breeze Davis on everything, man. You can Google. I'm also part of a squad called Ski Mask League. You could Google Ski Mask League, one word. It's going to pull up videos, everything else. And we're under the same management blanket, Stay Rooted Music Group. So you can look up Stay Rooted Music. I think Stay Rooted Music Group.xyz. And that will take you to our webpage, which also has links to all of our music and videos.
It's pretty much a central hub, there are going to be, obviously individual Dirty White and Breeze Davis pages that are currently being created.
He just dropped a video called Seasons Change. You can find it on YouTube. All and Chill with me and Scotty ATL. You can find it on YouTube. Shout out King Grady. Shoots videos.
Yeah, Seasons Change is a dope one, man. Let me talk about that for a second. Seasons Change video, like I said, is filmed by Keem Grady. We shot for zero budget other than just paying for the edit, you know what I mean, and the photography and all that. And it turned out to be a really, really dope visual. Had a lot of lights, you know what I'm saying? Had a lot of dope outdoor scenery, you know what I'm saying? Just the general shade of the entire video is just, it's really phenomenal. I had to plug that real quick. Keem did a great job at putting that video together, and it's a really meaningful song, you know what I mean? It's produced by Sorrow Beats, this guy that I was talking to, and talks about like the dynamics between relationships and artists, you know what I'm saying? How so much time goes into your craft that a lot of times we feel like we neglecting the people around us, you know what I'm saying? Like we letting shit go because we spend so much time doing what we say we love, you know what I'm saying? But it's a dope song, man. I have to say that. Dirtywhite, Seasons Change. You can find that on YouTube. It's definitely worth the watch.
We're going to be back down here, I believe, on the 7th of December. Everything's not locked in yet. If you follow us on those sites, man, we'll have a flyer. We're trying to get back down here on the 7th for a showcase, and then also on the 14th, we're trying to get on a showcase. We were just talking some business on this morning. So
Vision Studios is on the 7th, and then just want to show that's got to do with Scotty's somehow on the 14th. We got to lock that down. But those are the two upcoming dates. We had a show last month at Smith's Old Bar, actually, as part of A3C. And that was pretty. We
promote
phenomenal.
heavy on Instagram, so follow the Instagram and all the flyers and whatnot. We'll be there, but we will be back down here in December.
Keep a super active social media presence. All you got to do is follow us, and you'll hear all the news. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna recommend him a song for you. You recommend a song for me. You want to hear Breeze Davis. You want to hear Breeze Davis in rare form. I'm gonna say "Picture Me Here," probably. That's probably my best example, of like some really like introspective like hip hop that has to do with more, you know what I'm saying?
Picture Me Here, you can find that on YouTube for the visual too, man.
Picture Me Here is a good ass song, bro, I swear.
Dirty's dope, man. Check out Play Too Much. Play Too Much is gonna give you a good variety of what he can do, man. There's also a visual for that on YouTube, man. But once you hear that, you find this man work. Everything sounds different, so you're gonna get a taste of everything, man.
Piece of poetry. Like I'm a poet, you know what I'm saying? Like from down deep inside. So Play Too Much is a whole poet. It ain't even got no hook. Like it's just one solid bar. It talks about some real heavy shit, man. The type of shit that you gotta be by yourself when you listen to it, you know what I'm saying, and pay attention. Oh yeah. Shout out to everybody down here. I appreciate you having us on too, man. It's a great opportunity. Upcoming, damn right. You're gonna see us, trust me. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having us out here and shit, man.